Episode 6 of Harris Paradise is very interesting because we get the backstory of Rotorua, but we also get to see the first time ever of Sagari and Gabimaru working together to battle against Rotorua because his hunger is to the extreme and he's looking at both of them as his next meal. But when we saw Rotorua arrive at the island, the first person that he attacked was Aizen as he destroyed him quickly. But then he roamed around the island and he impressively sneaked behind Genji and actually just destroyed him and attacked him. But Genji actually died from his injuries that he had received from Rotorua. And then here we see Gabimaru and Sagari decide to work together because they know that this person is going to be a tough one. And we get the backstory of Rotorua because Rotorua, when he was born, he was a big boy. He was just a big baby who has this large amount of appetite. So anything that he will eat, he would just continue on eating and will never satisfy his hunger. And it got worse when he got older because as he grew, his hunger grew as well. And it came to a point where one day his hunger took control of him and he had actually attacked the people that he loved, which was his parents, and he ate them. And then throughout that day, he went to city, causing massive crimes and chaos. And this is why we're here today as we see Rotorua. He's actually fighting against Gabimaru. And Gabimaru, he's a strong and have high endurance, but he knew how powerful that Rotorua was. And then we see kind of the strategy of what Gabimaru is trying to do because he knows that if he goes like in close range or go like some kind of close technique, he knows that he's actually is going to die. And we actually see how he actually visualized how the battle is going to play out. So he's just like, okay, I have to be more smarter. So then we see Gabimaru, he tries to go on ahead and punch and kick Rotorua, but Rotorua is just eating it. And it came to a point where Rotorua, he's just destroying Gabimaru because Gabimaru, even though he is strong and have high endurance, Gabimaru is small and Rotorua is a big boy. He's a man. And so he just slamming Gabimaru to the ground. Gabimaru's coughing out blood. And then Sagari, she comes in, pulls up with her sword, and she cut this man's finger. And then we see Rotorua crying like a little girl because this man, he is just a actual man child who is just continuously on just eating people because he's just hungry. He yells at this giant scream that you can hear from a far distance. But then Gabimaru, he set everything on fire. He used his fire techniques to try to hit Rotorua, but Rotorua was able to like knock them out, which the flames was able to catch the trees on fire. And then we see that Rotorua is actually coughing and is on his knees because he can't breathe due to the fact of the smoke that is happening. So then after this time, Gabimaru, he goes on ahead and he pins Rotorua as Sagari, she is trying to perfect and actually use her father's technique to actually beheaded a actual prisoner because the one thing that she wants to do is to actually behead a prisoner and making him have to think that the prisoner hasn't been beheaded yet. So then she was able to do that because we see that Rotorua was staring at Sagari and he visualized Sagari as her mother. So then while he's visualizing that, he is actually being beheaded. So Sagari and Gabimaru are able to defeat Rotorua and they're able to escape the flaming forest and then they were able to catch up with the ninja girl, which was funny because the ninja girl, she was just there watching the whole fight, cheering on Gabimaru. Like she was literally being a cheerleader and yelling out, "You can do it, you can do it," which was just very hilarious. So as they catching up, they finally see a village, an abandoned village, and then that's just pretty much the end of the episode. Well, technically, we go and we focus on the Azus brothers, and they ran into the two main villains that's going to be happening in the story, Jufa and Taufa, which there are one of the members of the Lord Tenzin, which is the villain group that's actually is keeping our heroes not to survive at all. So after that, this episode was very interesting. I did like the team up of Sagari and Gabimaru and how they're able to protect each other from Rotorua and how they're able to defeat him. But also as well, they're suspicious on the village that now since they see the village, they know that people actually did live here. So now they're going to get the mystery on like how everything happened and all. But overall, this was very good because we're able to see one of the antagonists that actually finally appears in the series. But we are also were able to get the more mystery about this island and what happens to its people because we see an abandoned village. So they're probably going to get more answers in the next episode. But other than that, if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, and hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.